My name is Dr. P.C.Patel, retired research scientist and chief soil health specialist, Mati Agromart Private Limited, Anand, Gujarat, India. Today, I will give some information on nutrient management for obtaining higher seed production of Lucerne alfalfa. India possesses a huge livestock population of 512 billion heads, which is about 15% of the world livestock, and having 16% of human population to be sustained on approximately 2% of total geographical area of the world. The share of livestock sector in agriculture GDP was 29.20% in 2012-13. India remains in second position in cow milk production and third position in buffalo milk production among the top 10 countries of the world. The available land is being used for reliable farming and food production, so there is a tremendous pressure on the ability of feed and water. Lucerne seed production. Seed production Lucerne is difficult task as the seeds can be produced only once in a year during summer month. The crop should be harvested during first week of March and allowed for seed production in such a way that the peak period of flowering should occur in summer season. While low Lucerne seed production, over translocation of water-soluble sugar from vegetative to reproductive hormones, over translocation mechanism of sugar, low productive potential of flower developed in later stage, non-synchronized habit, prolonged flowering drop, uneven pod maturity, and pod shattering. So why uneven pod maturity? Because there will be non-synchronized habit of the Lucerne plant. Soil. The Lucerne crop can be grown successively in saline soil condition. So here, no yield loss of Lucerne and soil salinity value is less than 2 SI per meter electric conductivity. Soil testing is required. Test annually when fertility or pH are marginal. Inoculation of rhizobia malady is required for Lucerne seed. Depth of Lucerne sowing. The Lucerne seed is so small, so it should be depth 1 to 2 centimeter, and seed bed must be fine through enough to allow good contact between the seed and soil. Irrigation management. What Lucerne crop is left for seed production at first week of March, April. Apply limited irrigation to Lucerne crop, otherwise more vegetative growth will be occur and reduce significant Lucerne seed production. Apply 4 irrigation at an interval of 12 to 15 days. It is sufficient for maturing of Lucerne seed. The Lucerne seed crop will be ready in the month of May. So for forage production or seed production of Lucerne, the appropriate date of sowing is 15th November. And you can harvest 1 or 2 cuts before the March of the Lucerne, then it is left for seed production. And within a 2.5 months, the seed plot will be ready for the seed production. Lucerne seed capsule, you can see here, the Lucerne seeds. Then it is a purple flowers having the Lucerne crop. Growing Lucerne seed depend on bees for pollination. Lucerne forage crop depend on seed production. Growing Lucerne seed depend on bee for pollination. Lucerne and bee are co-dependent. So the Lucerne seed dependent on the bees. But at present, the bee population has been declined due to indiscriminate use of chemical fertilizers by the farmers, pesticide and fungicide. So the bee population has been declined and there will be less pollination. So there will be less seed production occur. Most of the Lucerne seed production occur in the western US and Washington and California. Lucerne flower must be tripped and cross-pollinated to produce seeds. So Lucerne flowers not tripped by the bees, then there will be no seed setting of the Lucerne and we are getting low seed production of Lucerne. So Lucerne is a cross-pollinated crop. This involves the use of bee to acquire and move pollen among plants in a field. Lucerne unique flower type with a forceful tripping mechanism make honeybees reluctant to pollinate the crop. As a result, leafcutter bees are the primary species for Lucerne seed production these days. So leafcutter bees are very important for the enhancements of the Lucerne seed production. So here you can see that it is an untripped flower and it is a tripped flower with the help of the bees. So here you can find the seed production, but here you are not find. So bees are required for increasing the seed production. So there are different types of bees: alkali bee, Nomia melideri, alpha leafcutter bee, European. So different types of bees are available. Pollinating insect. So here you can see that it is a pollinating insect acting and interacting. So here you can see the pollination has been done by the bee. Tripping has been carried out by the bees. Quality Lucerne seed. There is great need to provide quality seed of Lucerne crop and input to the farmer with a reasonable price in form of subsidy for the successful of the dairy business in Gujarat. The milk cooperative dairy sector has made significant contribution to increase milk production and farmers are successful benefited. The Amul pattern is well known throughout the world. In Anand, also National Dairy Development Board head office is there, and they are doing also the research work on the fodder crops. Nutrient management is necessary to produce high quality Lucerne economically, while at the same time preserving soil, air, and water quality. As the term implies, nutrient management includes activities such as sampling to monitor soil and plant tissue nutrient levels, adjusting nutrient application rate based on soil and tissue test results, and varying the placement, timing, and source of nutrient to optimize plant availability and uptake. So, in Minnesota, they have studied that forage yield responds to sulfur. So they suggest that applying 10 to 25 pounds of sulfur fertilizer per acre to Lucerne, depending on overall production and soil organic matter concentration in the top 6 inches of soil. Lucerne tonnage was increased by the addition of sulfur fertilization. Bee get punch by flower for your ice cream. So here you can see that bee punch the flowers. Main forest station, Anand, Gujarat, you know that there are 14 to 15 dissertations on All India Conservation project on forage crop run by the Indian Council of Agriculture Research, New Delhi. So in Gujarat, we have the one dissertation, main forest dissertation at Anand Agriculture University, Anand. And they have evolved two varieties, GL1, Anand 2, and GL2 is SS27, which is suitable for seasonal sowing in dry temperate region. They are popular among the farmers due to tall plant, vigorous growing, leaves are broad, and flowers are purple in color. You can see the flowers are purple. It gives 6 to 7 cutting and produces 50 to 70 metric ton green forage yield. GL2 is resistant to downward mildew. These are sown early by line sowing at 25 centimeter using 5 kg seed rate per hectare during the second week of November for obtaining higher forage and seed yield of Lucerne and net realization. So that recommendation has been made by the main forest station and Agriculture University Anand. Improvement of Lucerne seed production through nutrient management. So I have conducted the experiments at main forest station. As I told that I have worked at our main forest station from 1982 to 2006. So I have done work for 25 years. So seed sowing and phosphorus application on Lucerne crop. So we have made one recommendation for obtaining higher seed yield of Lucerne variety GL1, that is Anand 2, and net realization. It should be sown by line sowing during second week of November by keeping seed rate of 5 kg per hectare. No phosphorus is required under Anand soil condition where availability of phosphorus is high. Similar type of experiment we have conducted at Sardar Kushinagar, North Gujarat, in sandy soil. So for obtaining high nitrogen yield as well as green and high forage yield of lucerne, the lucerne variety, same variety GL1 and 2 should be sown by line sowing at 25 centimeters during last week of October by keeping seed rate of 10 kg. Here the soil is sandy soil, so there is a termite problem, so we have used 10 kg seed rate. Whereas in Anand soil, middle Gujarat, we have to use 5 kg seed rate per hectare and apply 80 kg P to 5 hectare, not under North Gujarat soil condition where ability of the phosphorus is medium. So you can see that when the phosphate ability is high in soil, then we are not getting the response. But when the phosphate ability is medium in soil, then we are getting the response of the 80 kg P2 per hectare. Lucerne seed production has influenced by different sources and level of surplus. This experiment is also conducted by me. A field trial was conducted at Anand from 1980 to 2001, and the recommendation has been made for dairy farmers. The farmers of Middle Gujarat agroclimatic zone 3 growing lucerne variety GL1 are advised to apply 40 kg sulfur per hectare in the form of gypsum 300 kg per hectare in soil, having sulfur status marginal to obtain higher seed yield of lucerne and nitrogen. A common basal dose of 10 metric ton per hectare, F5 per hectare and 25, 50, 50 kg NP per hectare should be applied to the crop. So when there is a marginal sulfur status, means less than 10 ppm sulfur available in soil, then we are getting the response up to 40 kg. And for that, we have to apply 300 kg gypsum. So gypsum is the cheapest source of the sulfur. It also works as amendment and improve the problematic soil, particularly saline and alkaline soil. The response of zinc and boron on lucerne seed production, such experiment is also conducted by me. A field trial was conducted at main forest station, and the experiment was conducted at 1982-2001. Result indicated that application of 25 kg zinc sulfate per hectare alone recorded the highest seed yield of lucerne variety GL1, that is around 2496.1 kg per hectare, as compared to control. Application of 20 kg borax per hectare produced 461.2 kg lucerne seed per hectare. The percent increase in lucerne seed yield from 11.9 to 12.3 due to zinc and B application respectively. The soil have a marginal zinc status. So where there is a marginal zinc status, means less than 1 ppm, then we are getting the response of the zinc sulfate up to 25 kg per hectare. Response of boron to lucerne seed yield. So that work has been carried out in other countries. So results of New Zealand indicated that boron plays a definite role in increasing seed yield through stimulating the physiologic process during the reproductive phase. The increase in seed yield of lucerne from bee application was due entirely to an increase in the number of flower form and setting seed. So there will be more setting. The results of China also indicated that the effect of boron on lucerne yield can be attributed to effect in the number of inflorescences and the seed per pod. Foliar application with 800 mg boron per liter made qualitative and quantitative improvements in seed yield and quality of alfalfa, means lucerne. These results help to explain the positive effect of boron on alfalfa seed production. So why the boron gave response to the lucerne? So when we are apply the boron to the soil, when there is soil deficient, then boron helps in translocation of sugar from vegetative production, vegetative part to reproductive phase. So by the help of the boron, the pollen tube germination is enhanced and there will be more seed setting and the seed size of the lucerne seed is also increased. We have measured the seed size of the boron and control, and we are observing at test seed weight of 1000 seeds more as compared to control one. Alamdar Seed Private Limited, it is located in Nagalpur, Anjar, Kutch area. So that company, Alamdar Seed Private Limited, Anjar, Kutch, Bhuj, has evolved two varieties of lucerne. Lucerne Alumdar 51 and perennial for 3 years, and Lucerne Alumdar 1 annual type. So they have both two varieties. Alumdar 51 is a perennial, remain for 3 years, and Alumdar 1 is annual time. Both are popular among the farmer due to vigorous growth and high grain forage and more tiller per plant. You know that former Honorary Chief Minister of Gujarat State Sri Narendra Modi visited Lucerne Alumdar seed stall during high-tech Kusi Mela on 26th May 2002 at Bhuj, Kutch. So you are knowing that Sri Narendra Modi has started the Kusi Mahotsav, and the scientists of all the 4 universities of the Gujarat have delivered the lecture to the farmers on the doorstep, and they know the latest technology of the crops. Lucerne Alumdar 51 has deep root, suitable in high temperature, dry and salt affected area. The first cut harvest at 45 days after sowing, and subsequent cut at 18 to 22 days. The Lucerne leaf for seed production after second cut of fodder production in the end of February or first week of March month. The average Lucerne seed is 400 to 600 kg per hectare. They maintain quality of Lucerne seed by 400 kg meter isolation distance for maintaining the genetic base of the population. So I have observed that the Lucerne seed production is greater in a saline soil of the Kutch area, and they have the sandy soil. So they have the poor soil, and the Lucerne seed production is greater as compared to the fertile soil. Here you can see it is a Lucerne perennial Alumdar 51 variety. Then you can see the Alumdar seeds, uniform population. Then it is a Lucerne Alumdar 51 seeds. It is a Dr.P.C.Patel. It is myself visiting his farm at Rhizobia nodules in Alumdar 51. So we have visited his farm Alumdar seeds, and you surprising that it is a private farm Alumdar seeds, and he has started his seed production from 1952, and his seeds is so popular and Cascata free. So it's sold in the about 6 to 7 states of the India: Rajasthan, Gujarat, Maharashtra, Karnataka, Punjab, Haryana, and so on. Recognition awards. So due to significant work made by the Alumdar seeds, they are got the Bharatiya Udyog Ratna Award in 2005 by late Sri H. Bhimani. Then you know that Director General ICR, Manglarai, Secretary Director General ICR, New Delhi, honor for research in Lucerne to Sri Akbar Bhai H. Bhimani. Is Akbar Bhimani, is Manglarai, is Bhimani. Lucerne in Sri Akbar Bhimani on 2003 during opening ceremony of main forest station at Gujarat Irrigation Management. So we have invited them to give the honor because they have made this significant work on Lucerne seed production and forage production in India. So recognition award, it continues. The Sardar Patel Agriculture Award is presented to Messrs. Khoja Habib Muhammad Nagalpur on 2007 for contribution of Lucerne seed research and Lucerne new variety Alumdar 51 by the Agriculture and Cooperation Department, Gujarat State during third Kusi Mahotsav. So his name is Mr. Riaz, is my friend, and he is the managing director at Alumdar Seeds. Now he's looking these things. So his mobile number is 982566155551, and it is located at Kutch, Anjar, Gujarat, India, and it is a website. So I have given this my achievement recommendation to farming community. I have made 8 recommendations on the Lucerne So that is given, and it is for the farming community. Then I have published 15 research papers on Lucerne seed production and forage production. Then we have written the 2 books on research and production technology of forage crop in Gujarat by Forage Research Project. Then a second book we have written in a Gujarati vernacular language. Then we have made 3 bulletins for the forage crops. So I have carried out, I told that I have carried out this work at Main Forest Station, Anand, from 1982 to 2006. I have conducted different agronomy practices, a number of management on different forage crops to find out the pest treatment on the basis of higher forage crop production, forage quality. If any dairy farmer want my advice on forage production and quality, please contact on my email Dr.P.C.Patel@gmail.com. Nutrient management for obtaining higher seed production of Lucerne. Please subscribe my video if you like it. Thank you very much. Thank you.